Buddy was a stray that Kevin DeCicco found, I think, back in the 90s. And for whatever reason, Kevin had this idea in his head that he wanted to train the dog to play basketball. Once he did that, he was able to start getting Buddy into basketball games where, you know, the halftime entertainment would be Buddy doing his trick for the crowd. And then that led to Buddy getting on the what was called the David Letterman show.
Kevin DeCicco. Is there a Kevin DeCicco? Put him at the foul line. See what he can do there.
From there, Kevin ended up getting an agent for his dog.
Yeah.
And that agent happened to be my agent and my partner, my old writing partner's agent. And that's how we met Buddy.
Come and get it. No way.
The film was made independently for not a lot of money. All the studios passed on the script when we first wrote it. No one believed a dog could play basketball. Everyone passed on the script because my partner and I wrote the script for the dog at the request of our agent. And all the studios passed, but this little Canadian company called Keystone said, we love this, we'll make it. They made the movie independently without having a distributor. They brought it to the American film market, and Disney picked it up. Disney bought the film. And then Disney released it, and then Keystone sold the film worldwide, and that's probably, you know, a distributor in Argentina picked it up. And it started to become sort of a sleeper hit, as it's called. It found an audience and got a lot of good reviews and started to really become a hit. So we were very happy to see it start to catch fire around the world.
Good boy.
And the game that brought them together.
You like basketball?
There were obviously a lot of tricks in the movie that that were more than just the dog shooting baskets. We knew the dog could do that, but we weren't sure how much he could actually play in the game. You know, pass the ball, steal the ball from other players.
Yeah.
Plus a lot of other tricks that he did in the movie, climbing up
the fence.
Up the fence onto the roof and all of that. A lot of it, we wrote the script and then the producer gave it to a dog trainer, not just Kevin. Kevin, you know, said, yes, the dog can do these things in the game. I can train the dog to do that. But we had to also hire for the movie another dog trainer that was based in Vancouver, Canada, who would tell us, yes, a dog, I can train a dog to do this, but no, I can't train a dog to do that. And so we did, you know, a rewrite to help accommodate what the trainer could do and couldn't do. And maybe you noticed this, but a lot of the tricks in the movie that are outside of basketball were not Buddy. They were a different dog.
You want another hamster?
Not exactly.
Buddy is a very gentle dog and a very gentle breed. You know, these golden retrievers tend to be very good with kids, very gentle. He was great, but we had a trick, which was that Kevin DeCicco, the owner, would stand off screen and hold up a ball behind the kid, and Buddy would be totally focused on the kid when really he was focused on the ball. So there were moments where it looked like Buddy was really, really concentrating on Josh, when in fact he was looking at a ball off screen. But Buddy was a natural. He did great in the movie, and he knew all his lines, always landed on his mark. He was not as much a problem as, you know, dealing with children who tend to be harder to work with than even dogs.
Yeah.
Buddy did a great job. It was very difficult to find kids who could play basketball, and even when we did, we had to have trainers teach them how to play basketball. Fortunately, Kevin Zegers, who played the lead, not only was he a terrific actor based in Canada, but he was also a natural athlete. So he was actually pretty good at basketball even from the very beginning. but the rest of the kids, we had to look far and wide to find kids, and diverse kids. We wanted the team to be really diverse. It was just hard to find a lot of basketball playing kids in Canada.
You got my dog.
I want to know what pleasure do you find in writing these kind of stories that you know that they're always going to make people cry. At some point, people is going to cry in the movie.
You know, it's funny. We have this amazing connection with our animals. I mean, we have this attachment to our animals that they're so loyal to us. They're so full of love. There's no judgment. They just want us to be happy. They don't care about their own happiness. They just, of course, want to be fed, and they like to play. But it was, you know, there's something about when we fall in love with an animal, with a dog in particular, who's so loyal, and then have to be forced to give that dog up, particularly if you're a kid, it really does feel like you're losing your best friend.
You have to go, buddy. Please, buddy. Go! Get it!
If he had to bring the dog across a river so that the clown would never find the dog, and that the boy knew that the dog would find. I think he even says a line: "You found me, I know you'll find someone else." But it felt like, and I think it was supposed to not be an island, but like across the river to another place where there's other families that the dog would find. We didn't mean for it to seem cruel.
Yeah, but it did.
Sorry.
Disney's Air Bud.
We started thinking about the sequels fairly quickly because Buddy could not only play basketball, but he could also play American football. He could play volleyball. He could play baseball because, you know, he was really good at catching balls and bouncing balls in the air. So we sort of envisioned that maybe there was multiple movies to be had here with Buddy. But unfortunately, Buddy died. He was old. He was 10 years old, so he was not a young dog.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, he passed away. So the dog trainer trained a new dog, a new Buddy, to be able to do some of the tricks, or all of the tricks that Buddy could do, including shooting baskets. But it was never as impressive as the original Buddy.